Good Morning Night Vale is brought to you by The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine, a new independently produced and crowdfunded 10-episode original audio drama. Set in a deceptively familiar world of electronic surveillance and machine-mediated communication, The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine follows Lydia Ryan and her friends, lovelorn Ethan and wannabe internet sensation Dee, as they struggle to unravel the mystery of her mother's disappearance. Escape the sinister Fontaine family, and survive the feud over her grandfather's supernatural legacy. It weaves bitter family drama and high-stakes intrigue with fantasy and cyberpunk elements to create a surreal mystery about secrets and grudges, old books, big data, and the promise of infinite knowledge. And do not forget the talking birds. It's a full-cast production with original music and a bespoke soundscape presented through a series of found-footage-style surveillance recordings. And it's important to note, this show was made entirely without generative AI. Even the computers are voiced by human actors. Episodes are free, and you can start listening right now with the Season 1 finale due to come out on August 16th. For more information, go to lydiadisappears.com. and find The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine wherever you get your podcasts and start listening from the beginning.
Insurance isn't one size fits all, and shopping for it shouldn't feel like squeezing into something that just doesn't fit. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they show you options that fit your budget. Enough hunting for discounts, trying to calculate rates, and tinkering with coverages. Maybe you're picking out your very first policy, or maybe you're just looking for something that works better for you and your family. Either way, they make it simple to see your options. No guesswork, no surprises. Ready to see how easy and fun shopping for car insurance can be? Visit Progressive.com and give the Name Your Price tool a try. Take the stress out of shopping and find coverage that fits your life, on your terms. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
It's very simple, the doctor said to the man. You must go see the famous clown Pagliacci.
And the man began to weep and said, "But doctor, you are a clown, an absolute clown. Do you even have a real medical degree, you clown?"
Good morning, Night Vale.
Good morning. It's me, Meg. Just Meg. You're only going to be hearing from women on this episode because Hal is off tonight.
And you'll also be hearing from me, another woman, Symphony, because Hal is out of here for tonight.
For tonight, but not for forever in our hearts. Hal just had some work stuff he had
No,
to do.
always and forever in our hearts. Hal Lublin.
Yeah.
But, occasionally we all take a little break,
Yeah.
But we're here for you, Night Vale.
We're here.
And why are we here for you? Well, we love this podcast. We've all worked together for so very long. We are entrenched in each other's lives, and now you are entrenched in ours. And why? And because we love it, and we love you, and we like talking about this podcast that we've spent so much time and effort of our lives to make. It is currently Wednesday, May 28th, in the year of our spaghetti monster, 2025. And it's 9:47 p.m. Central Time.
Yep. And tonight is episode 183, the Nephilim. Nephilim, it's a Hebrew word. Yeah.
Love it.
It's a Hebrew word. And the episode description is hurrah, hurrah, the Nephilim approach.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
So, we just starting out with the Nephilim. I was telling you, Meg, before we started recording this, that the only reference I have for the Nephilim, I've heard this before, was, I think in Supernatural, and I think they said it like Nephilim, but it was like biblical, like a spawn, that sounds bad, but like the offspring of like an angel and a human, or angel and a demon. I can't really remember, but they were very powerful and like unstable. I remember that, but I don't know much more than that.
I will say every day is a school day because I knew nothing of this thing until today, looking into this episode. And Joseph, in his director's notes for this episode, talks about what the Nephilim are. They are an obscure bit of biblical lore, mentioned only 3 times in the Hebrew Bible, and each time without much context or detail. What we know from those passages is that the Nephilim are giants and mighty warriors who lived on earth before the flood and disappeared after. They were literal giants, but they don't warrant much detail by the writers of the text. So after a brief mention, we quickly move on to other things, which is to say the Nephilim are a mystery, a weird bit of biblical lore that is rarely addressed outside of academic work. So here we are.
Interesting.
Giants and mighty warriors.
Well, giants, I mean, which maybe makes sense for how strange this episode was. It was giving me like the Jabberwock sort of vibes. Do you know what I mean? Like through the looking glass sort of vibes. Because the language, like the way and the cadence with which Cecil spoke was so different that it definitely made this episode stand out to me. But I think it's because of the text itself. Like, as an actor, I think when we're approaching a script, it's very much like, I feel like Joseph and Jeffrey especially, they're writing and you're like, okay, how would I read this? But like within the context of this character, I feel like it's just like more prosaic, you know, and not so like, because it's not as like silly Billy as sometimes Cecil can be. And I think this one was much more like, you really had to listen to the words to try and like pick out what was happening. And it felt very mythical, very fantastic. It was giving that the whole episode.
Yeah. Joseph says this episode is more about tone and language than story. And how we get to this language is a little bit about how this episode was constructed. So Joseph bought this used book called The Dictionary of Phrase and Fable, and it's a massive tome that attempts to catalog and provide history for every idiom, turn of phrase, and folklore in Western history. And so he wanted to use this book in conjunction with the story of the Nephilim to make it a Night Vale episode. And so he used the Dictionary of Phrase and Fable, and then he used a random number generator and picked several random pages from the Dictionary of Phrase and Fable. What? And then on each page, he selected an antiquated idiom or turn of phrase that seemed interesting and found a way to work it into the text of the episode. So it's, that's why.
So he's an insane genius. Like, what the heck?
Well,
how do you,
what the heck?
How does your brain, like, I can't comprehend. Like, you're like, oh, okay. I understand being like, okay, I want to try something different or like a different type of format. But like, this is so like off the wall. Like, I wonder where he got that technique from.
The random number generator?
Yeah.
Yeah. Neo-futurism uses a lot of randomness. That's one of the tools that we use a lot in creating things there. Like the plays were performed in a random order. For a while, the price for the show was a random price based on the roll of a die.
Oh, I remember those days.
Yeah, there was a lot of randomness that is embraced in the show. So, yeah, random number generators feel like something that maybe Joseph got from studying neo-futurist work and making neo-futurist work. And, yeah. I'm trying now, want to go find all the turns of phrases that are in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because it was reading also like, and the way I was listening to it was also giving like, almost like still like Shakespearean or like something like that, you know, where it's like a flowerier language or a more descriptive language.
Yeah. It's that like over labor of writing.
Yeah. But I wasn't like upset with it because I did understand, like I felt like I understood it, but I didn't understand it. Do you know what I mean? Just because it wasn't like the normal turns of phrases or cliches or whatever that we might use in our regular spoken language. I just felt like it was just more literary.
Yeah, it is. I mean, just like you can pick like just kind of any sentence from this and be like, oh, wow. Like there's also this section here, which is like each of us, each offending atom, we line up on the streets and cheer, tear up papers and couch cushions and trees to make confetti, fill the air with garbage turned into celebration, and then settling back down onto the ground is garbage. It's just, yeah. Or this one.
I mean, and a lot of this is just like beautiful. Yeah.
And over it all, the odor of sanctity, because it is holy to see a stranger and say, come in, come in, come in. The Nephilim loom.
There were lots of like repetitive, repeating phrasing and things like that. Like even the one where where the sound went all weird and it was like, oh, she ran into the wall, she ran into the wall, she ran into the wall. And where it got like almost where it would hurt your ears, like the tinniness of the sound production, which I really enjoyed. And it went into that static buzzing sort of sound. But like,
yeah,
there was so much language in this that was like beautiful and strange. And I felt like I needed to listen to it. I listened to this episode 2 times to try and pick up different things, you know. I like the when they were talking about the sop, giving sop to Cerberus, that whole thing. Feast until your stomach's foil and your throats close up. Rejoice in the pure volume of consuming. I think also I've been really influenced lately because on my FYP I'm seeing a lot of people eating challenges. like like this one lady, I think her name's Katina, and it's called Katina Eats Kilos, and she goes to these places and does these challenges. Today I saw one where she ate like 9 hot dogs, a whole bowl, a whole thing of cheesy chili. It was like all the fancy sausages that they had, and then some tater tots with chili cheese stuff on it, and then all of their desserts, which was like included a funnel cake, fried Oreos, and fried bananas. I've seen her eat an 8-pound burrito. So I'm definitely rejoicing in the pure volume of consuming.
The pure volume of consumption. Yeah. It really is.
I could never. My stomach is just like, ugh.
I get like this stuff is like this food that that you're talking about. It's like so nutrient dense. It's like, yeah, I could eat like, you know, enough arugula to choke a horse. Sure. Fine. I wouldn't feel crazy.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like the chili cheese tots and 9 hot dogs, man, like you're so full.
Yeah. Or when she eats like a 60-ounce like steak or something, I was like, what the hell? That's like ooh, that's too much meat.
Just the amount of energy your body has to expend to digest it. You just gotta be like comatose.
Well, and the people that usually do these sort of eating competitions, like the ones that do the best are usually like small people, like small dudes, small ladies, like whatever, and they can eat a ton. And part of it, I think, is like the technique with which they eat it, but like how they do it so fast. Being able to, I mean, I think given enough time, maybe you could, but I think you should be trying to get it in before your body knows it's full, no?
Yeah. And then, yeah, well, I mean, I guess these people have like zippy little metabolisms. So like it's moving through their body quickly and like their body's getting to work on it right away. Like, sometimes I'll eat a bagel and like I just feel like that bagel's with me for weeks.
Oh, really?
Just because it's like the speed at which I metabolize anything. Like it's just like
yeah, I don't know, like the slowing of the stomach emptying. I can't eat like crazy style. I mean, I love to eat and I love food. Everyone knows that. But there's only so much, and I've stopped forcing myself to eat more than I feel comfortable with because my stomach is medium sized, you know?
What competitive food could you try? Would you be like the most enjoyable for you?
I think I could eat a lot of oysters.
Yeah. They're also small too.
They are small. But I think I could eat like 60 oysters, 60, 70 oysters, maybe 80 if I pushed it, because they're so little. And I could be like,
yeah. But there's a lot of liquid in there too, though.
Yeah, right. But they're always drinking liquid. So maybe it would help it go down, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, what else? What could I eat? I don't know. It would just have to, I don't know. Certain things just make me feel so full. Bread, especially.
Yeah.
She ate this burger that was like 2 feet tall and it had like different types of breads. One was naan bread. I was like, oh, I would fully explode because naan just puffs up.
Yeah. I'm still full from dinner right now, so I am having trouble thinking about food. But like, what would I could eat? I feel like I would like I could probably eat a lot of ice cream. I feel like I could definitely do one of those ice cream challenges where it's like 15 scoops. Like, I think I could do that.
I would just have to be careful of the brain freeze.
Right, I could handle the brain freeze. My tummy would eventually hurt, though.
Oh, fully.
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough lactate in this on this planet for me to not fully explode before I finish eating all the ice cream. I'd be a literal ticking time bomb.
The volume of consumption.
Yeah, the volume of consumption. Speaking of ticking time bomb, that crazy lady Wickersham. What's her name?
Yeah.
Sylvia Wickersham.
Yeah.
She sounds like a nut.
You know, she at the end of the episode, she's ill and refusing to leave her bed, declaring that maybe this time she will die.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that always makes me think of, do you remember in Iowa when we would stay at that hotel that was next to the graveyard?
Mm-hmm.
And we would always go and find that grave. Okay, we would always go and find this one grave. I think it's in outside Iowa City. No? Maybe? Yeah. And
it's like a little town outside Iowa City.
Yeah. And if you're over there, if you're in Iowa, it's where like the firemen, there's like a fireman's like memoriam there. But in that graveyard, there is one grave that says, "I told you I was sick." And we like to take pictures by that one. I don't actually think that guy's dead. I think that's just his headstone because I don't think it has an end date on it. End date.
It's Coralville, Iowa.
Yes.
Yeah. And just outside Iowa City.
Yep. So if you've ever seen that grave, let us know.
Oh, they got a Home 2 suites there now. You guys.
Ooh.
That's not where we stayed, though.
I love a home as well.
That place in Coralville is the time that we walked into the Hampton Inn and there was a snake also trying to walk into the Hampton Inn with us.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that one's cursed.
Or, they just got it's definitely an aesthetic over there.
It is by the wilderness.
Yeah, well, it's by it wasn't like a big snake. It was like a
gardener snake.
Yeah, a regular snake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We went hiking a couple weeks back with Jeffrey, and we saw a snake, and he befriended the snake.
Snake?
It's like a little snake.
What did he do? Do a dance for it or something?
He just the snake was on the ground, so Jeffrey got closer to it than I would have. He might have touched it.
Oh.
He might have touched it.
For what? Did he move it out of the way?
No, I think we were just kind of...
Or he just said, hello.
Yeah, it was like a hello. Like a hi.
Ooh.
The snake seemed chill about it.
Couldn't be me, sis.
Yeah, no.
Couldn't be me.
Mm-hmm.
It also couldn't be me with these damn Nephilim. I don't know what's going on here, but I don't know whether to be scared of them.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't think you need to be scared. Well, I don't know. I think it's like anything in Night Vale where it has the potential to be normal or it has the potential to be scary.
Yeah. But it seemed like they just were coming and then they were gone.
Yeah. That's just kind of how they are in the Bible. Or yeah. So.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Interessant. Well, even the other sections that would normally be something normal were super weird. Like
the zoo stuff?
The children's...
Oh, yeah.
Well, the zoo thing was interesting about only
shapeshifters can be zookeepers, which is great. I like how they're college student Josh Creighton, and you're like, oh, fuck, I'm old. The character's raging.
I know, because he was a young kid.
Yeah, he was like a boy. He was a boy. Or a shape.
Yeah.
I don't know if Josh is a boy.
A young shapeshifter.
A young shapeshifter.
But now he is going to be more of an adult. Well, I just did find that interesting with the whole zookeeper thing, because the only person that actually applied was somebody who's not a shapeshifter, right? But was and had to describe what would you shapeshift into if you could?
Or you could shapeshift. It's just the possibilities are endless, right?
Yeah.
You could go running as a horse. You could go swimming as a dolphin. You could
fly like a bird.
Yeah, you could fly like a bird. You could also just be something really soft and cozy. You could be a cotton ball, If you wanted like a cozy time, you could be a pillow.
Oh,
I'm really tired, which is why I'm like, I could be a pillow. That sounds great.
I could be a pillow and go to sleep right now. I wish I was a bird so I could fly far, far away.
What would you be?
I would definitely be a sloth at least once.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would want to just be chilling on a branch and then move really slow and sleep like a little coconut in a tree.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it would also be really fun to be a cloud and just like, puff along through the sky, get blown around.
Yeah. Be a tree.
Yeah. It would also be cool to maybe be able to be something that like you wouldn't be able to be in a human form. Like, could you be lava?
Mm.
You know what I mean? Could you go into a volcano and be lava? Or would you get burnt up? Could you go to space?
And then there's like the biological aspect of it. Like, could you be a blood cell?
Whoa.
But like a sentient blood cell. Like, could you go inside of a body as a blood cell and like hunt down something
Disease
and
or
kill
something.
it? Yeah.
Whoa. See, then it gets into superhero territory right there.
Yeah. There's just so many possibilities.
Because, like, do you have a responsibility? Right. There are so many possibilities, but could you be using that ability for good or evil?
Yeah.
You could be a key or something and get into, like, locked stuff. Or some sort of ooze.
Mm-hmm.
Or something.
You also could just be like a fly on the wall anywhere and get like all sorts of knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
That you probably shouldn't have.
Excellent spy material.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So truly, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
With what you can do or be. So I guess, why would you want to be a zookeeper? Because I heard actually zookeepers do not get paid that much.
No, and it's kind of depressing, right? Like,
which is really sad.
Yeah.
Because, like, they're supposed to be taking care of these animals, but, like, what's your incentive if you don't get paid very well? Besides just the love of the animals.
The love of the animals. The love of the sad animal person.
Veterinarians must get paid, like vet type people, but do vet techs?
Vet techs don't make a ton of money, no.
Okay. Well, vets charge people enough.
Well, there's like all the private equity that got into the vet thing, which made it bad. And now every vet is like a MLM. So yeah, private equity bought up a lot of vets. So now there's like chains of vets and like it has made it bad. I don't know. My experience with a vet for my dog has been like, we're like members of a vet MLM where like we have to pay a monthly fee.
Wait, have you hard launched Ruby on this podcast?
Oh yeah.
It's the first time you're talking about having a dog.
I have a small dog.
She's very cute.
I could shapeshift into another dog to play with her, which might be fun for both of us.
Oh, that would be really fun.
Yeah.
Or to snuggle with her like Puppy Pile.
Yeah. Well, I just snuggle with her now, and it's fine.
That's true.
She's so snuggly. But like being able to like run as a dog with her and like bite her.
That'd be really fun.
Because she bites me.
Bite her.
They like always biting each other.
You could bite her today.
Yeah.
If you wanted to.
She bit me yesterday. It was an accident. It hurt though.
Well.
We were playing with her Kong toy.
I think it's only fair to bite her back.
She just really went for it. She has sharp little teeth. Now that she's been to the vet and had all the bad teeth extracted. They also extracted $1,200 from my bank account in order to have that happen. So,
oof.
Having a dog is expensive, you guys. It makes you want to join an MLM.
Having an animal is expensive. I remember when Mambo was alive, he got crystals in his urinary tract.
Oh, yeah.
That cost me $1,200. I don't think you can leave there without paying $1,200.
It's always $1,200. Yeah.
Right. Regular visits are like $400. What the heck?
Yeah. Like last month, she ate a fridge magnet and then she was like having trouble pooping and then she was throwing up and we were like, oh my God, she's got an intestinal blockage. Should we get her to the vet? And the vet's like, we're going to sedate her. We're going to do an x-ray, all these things. Then they call us and they're like, we think she has gas. I'm like, did I just she just spent a whole day being tortured over there. It's costing me $1,200 and you're telling me she has gas. So she comes home and she's still puking. And I'm like, what? Why? You don't puke from having gas. Anyway, and a couple days later, she was fine. But I started giving her, like, I made her special chicken and rice, and that helped her get better. But
what a nightmare. What a literal nightmare.
You know when you're boiling chicken for your dog.
That's love right there.
Yeah. But it made her better.
Yeah. It does help them. The, like, bland food can help move it through. Ugh.
Yeah.
That's awful. I'm sorry that happened to you.
But she's fine. It's all. We have pet insurance, so, which is always weasels its way out of paying for things, but it's something. It's kind of like a pet coupon.
You get like 10% off.
Yeah, basically. You get to spend $50 or $40 a month on pet insurance, and then when you get a $1,200 bill, they take like $200 off. I bet we're like, okay, cool, thanks, good time.
Boo hiss.
Speaking of animals, the tarantula literacy. We have an update on the tarantula literacy program.
Yeah, actually, it's kind of frightening, to be honest, because reading level 40. That freaks me out.
It's the reading level of someone on their 3rd graduate degree.
I don't even have that reading level.
No.
You know?
Depending on my degree of brain fog, I have pretty not great reading level.
Yeah, I mean, I only have a bachelor's degree.
I have a bachelor's degree in theater.
Same.
Which you do have to read a lot for, but not like a ton.
It's different kind of reading. It's reading plays and stuff. And like theater history and stuff.
It's reading plays. And also like you can act like you did the reading, you know?
That's right. You can act like you can read.
Yeah. Exactly.
And, you know, I was explaining to somebody, I was like, they were like, what was theater school like? I was like, well, you roll around on the floor a lot and you go like this, ha, 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 you know, you move your face around.
Yeah. And then you have that one semester where they teach you how to sew.
Right.
And the other semester where they teach you how to build something and paint.
Or lights or whatever.
And the one semester where they show you how to hang a light. Yeah. And that's your theater degree.
Yeah.
You read Buried Child and Night Mother.
Bitch, not Buried Child. But yeah, that's, it's. Lately, I've been all over the place. Between touring, dog sitting, and traveling, my routine has become non-existent. Now that my travel schedule has slowed down, I need to get back to eating real food and not just grabbing what I can when I can. And Factor is making that easier for me. Factor meals are ready in 2 minutes and require little to no prep and no cleanup. So even on the days when my schedule is completely out of whack, eating well is still achievable. Like today. I had 3 meetings and a client. By the time I was done, I was hungry and I just needed to eat. So I grabbed the Beurre Blanc filet mignon with Parmesan risotto and it was delicious. I was amazed at how tender it was and how flavorful the risotto was and saved me from having to pick something up quick. And in 2 minutes, I had something healthy, fresh, and delicious. So if you like fast, easy, and delicious meals, I think you would like Factor meals too. Let's eat real. Head to factormeals.com/GMNV50OFF and use code GMNV50OFF to get 50% off and 1 free breakfast item per box for 1 year, while supplies last until 10/31/2026. That's code GMNV50OFF at factormeals.com. GMNV50OFF at factormeals.com. See website for more details.
This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
It's a pretty wild time theater. And you're always constantly like worried about the politics of the theater. But, you know, it is what it is. And here we are doing a weird podcast.
Acting like we did the reading.
Yeah. Well,
but we did the reading. Symphony did the reading twice.
I did do it twice. even though they talk about freaking birds. And you know how much I hate freaking birds.
You don't like them.
And I was actually kind of mad that they were poo-pooing bats. Because I think bats are sweet.
I like that you're into bats, but not birds, because it's so close. It's so close.
They're not, though. They're warm-blooded. And they're like a little mouse, but flying. Kind of. Like a little dog. Like a tiny dog. Dog pig. Because of their nose.
And they sleep upside down.
Yeah. And I don't know. I'm going to amend my bird haterness. And not because of the haters, but because I've come to some conclusions. I don't like a lot of birds, but because I'm just like, let them be like wherever they are. I think they move weird, and I don't like that. I don't like their bones. They're upsetting. But you know what? I do respect corvids.
Okay. Yeah. You're going to have to.
Ravens, friggin', yeah, and crows and stuff. I like their lore. I like that they're kind of spooky. They're goth, which I dig. And they're smart. And yeah, they're not dumb, horrible dinosaur chickens.
Yeah. I also learned today that they will like sometimes work in conjunction with coyotes, and they'll like kind of befriend each other.
Wait, what?
Because they're both going to eat carrion. So like they like kind of hang out at the carrion.
That's cool. That's kind of cool. They're like cooperative. They're like, yeah, you know what? What's good for the murder is good for the murdered, or whatever.
I learned today that coyotes will basically be friends with anything.
Really?
Yeah.
They're except for humans.
Well, no, they would, if a human, like, if they thought that, like, a human, they would be friends with a human.
Really?
Yeah.
I see coyotes occasionally. Do you guys have coyotes out there?
Yeah, we have coyotes, and we're actually pretty okay on our block as far as coyotes go. I have a small dog, so I worry.
Right,
but after the fires, a lot of coyotes came this way because they all got burned out of the woods. In the mountains. So they all came down the mountain. So we had like some coyotes in the neighborhood. There's lots of dogs on the street, which is good because it keeps like lots of big barky dogs because it keeps them away.
Okay.
But yeah, there was one walking down the block and I had to go haze it.
You were like, get out of here, jerk. I never loved you.
I was like in my stocking feet in the street with Iris's tambourine, being like, hey, go, get out of here. Not cool.
Like smashing it.
Just like banging the tambourine.
I love it.
Because you gotta. That was back when Ruby was a puppy, and she was small.
That's real.
And like I don't worry about Iris anymore, but when Iris was little, I worried.
Yeah.
I was like, she's gonna get taken by a coyote out of the driveway. Now I don't worry about her with a coyote, but I do worry about Ruby with a coyote.
Yeah, I get that. I would be worried too. I mean, they snatch up little animals, so.
Yeah.
And that would be so sad. That would be so friggin' sad.
To get her a coyote vest.
The dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
I'd get the Iris the coyote vest.
What does it do? Have spikes on it or something?
Yeah. It's like, has like a lot of spikes on it, so the coyote can't like pick it up. Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Okay, you're gonna have to send me a picture of one of those.
I will send you a picture of a coyote vest. But yeah, but Ruby's a little bit bigger now. So I don't know. But we have our yards fenced, but I don't know if they can get in or not. So we try to just be paying attention.
Yeah.
So that Ruby doesn't get taken by a coyote. Okay, here is a picture of a dog in a coyote vest. I will put this on the Patreon for you guys, or you also can just do the same thing I did. And
schmoogle it.
Take a look at this guy. I saw a raptor because for a while I was a little worried that like maybe like a hawk could take her, but hawks, I think the most a hawk can lift is like 6 pounds.
Coyote. Oh no, that's hilarious. It looks like a thing that's going to prevent a pigeon from landing on it.
Yes, that's the coyote whiskers. They can make predators hesitate. Then there's the spike vest, which is an all-around stab resistant.
It says, "Not today, coyote."
Yeah, and there's the hawk shield.
Oh yeah, that actually would be scarier to me. A hawk fucking flying out of the sky and yoinking your dog or cat. Like, I'd be like, what the hell?
I mean, like they can lift 6 pounds. So
It's crazy to me.
yeah.
That's crazy to me. Be like, how'd you lose your dog? Oh, hawk.
Yeah.
Fuck.
James Felice has that song where he's like, a red-tailed hawk stole my neighbor's dog, just carried her away.
That's awful. I don't mean to laugh, y'all, but damn, that's so messed up.
Yeah.
Well, now I know what a coyote vest looks like. Good to know.
Yep. I hope you never need it.
What if I just wore one?
Yeah. Well, who knows about how these end times are going to go.
Up next, we hear from fans and friends of the podcast, but first, a conversation about this episode's weather. This episode's weather was Witchcraft by Graveyard Club. I loved this song.
I also loved this song. I thought it was great.
It was giving 80s vibes, and it felt like cinematic 80s vibes. Like,
yeah.
I was like, oh, this could have been in, The Breakfast Club or 16 Candles or something. And I wrote the movie like in a dance scene of an 80s movie.
Yeah.
And also I wrote down, I enjoy witchcraft.
Yeah, I loved the vocals. I loved that there was sort of 2 lead vocalists. I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah. I thought it was very 80s pop. Just great. They're a 4-piece band out of Minneapolis, and they have a new album coming out on June 17th. So you guys, just the stars have aligned, because this episode comes out on June 5th. So you're in time to pre-order Graveyard Club's new album, Moonflower.
Heck yeah.
And also, if you're in the Twin Cities area, you probably might be able to see them someday, somewhere. They tour. I don't have any tour dates announced right now, but they do play shows a lot. So
I love that.
Go see them. I thought this was a cool song.
I enjoyed this song very much, and I will definitely be listening to this song again. I love when that happens. Add it to the playlist.
Witches.
We love witches. But you know what we love more than witches? Hot, cheesy, delicious FanZone Calzone.
Cheese.
So in the FanZone Calzone, we have Calypso. Calypso writes, "Good morning, Hal, Meg, and Symphony." It's just Meg and Symphony today, babe. In episode 181, good morning, clouds. You talked about frozen yogurt and how it was more popular in the early 2010s. Well, where I live, and especially in my friend group, frozen yogurt has become a lot more popular over the last few years, with a lot of new frozen yogurt stores popping up all over the place. My friends and I often go to a youth event every few months, and we'll usually get frozen yogurt beforehand. The first time I got frozen yogurt, I was with one of my friends. I didn't know how much I had put in the yogurt, and because of the weight, I was 20 cents over the amount of money I had, and I couldn't just put it back now that it had been in the yogurt. So I agree that weighing the yogurt is dumb. Yes, Calypso. And often makes you pay more than you expect. Luckily, my friend shouted me those 20 cents. I didn't know shouted me was a thing like lending. That's cute. Love the show when you talk about Night Vale, food, or both. Calypso from Australia. Thank you, Calypso. Yes, it is dumb, and you shouldn't be limited.
It feels criminal.
Right.
It feels criminal. Like, how are you, I'm at a store, I don't know how much it's going to be because I can't weigh it in my, if you don't have a scale provided for me, I can't weigh each individual thing.
Right.
You're just I have no idea how much my yogurt weighs.
I feel like you're tricking me.
It feels criminal to me. It feels negligent and criminal. And I feel like if you being 20 cents over, they should have paid you the 20 cents because it's on them for having such a silly method by which to buy food. You go to an ice cream store, you look at the menu, they're like, okay, a scoop is $7 or whatever, right. 2 scoops. And then you can be, okay, I've got $7. But like you go there and you're like, is this $7 of yogurt? Is this $9 of yogurt? I have no idea. And I only have $7.
$47 of yogurt? That's too much for yogurt.
I really like that you're like, we're just getting frozen yogurt places here. Which is very funny because my experience of going to Australia was it was like 8 to 10 years sort of behind the States, like the coast, like the coastal cities in the States culturally. So yeah, so you're just having the frozen yogurt thing happen now. I'm so excited for you.
Yeah, your future is going to be stunning, babe.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what's next for you. Like salads, like
sushi burritos.
Yeah, salad, like lots of salad places where you can get this salad.
Oh, yeah. Sweet greens.
Yeah, that's probably coming. Sweet greens is probably coming. Mendocino Farms is probably coming for you soon. Yeah. Thanks for writing in, talking about yogurt. I really appreciate that. And I'm glad that you and your friends are out enjoying it because it's good, guys. It's good. It's just a stupid way that they make you pay for it. Okay, Lavender writes, Dear Hal, not here, Symphony, Meg, and any surprise hosts that might arise. We might have had Joseph fill in tonight, but he had to put our daughter to bed. So, my name is Lavender, and I'm writing to say a massive thank you. I was introduced to Welcome to Night Vale by my now ex-boyfriend in 2023. I never engaged with horror, as I'm super sensitive to many themes. He wanted me to watch horror TV and movies with him, but didn't want to throw me into the deep end. So he introduced me to Welcome to Night Vale as a soft horror introduction. He would listen to the episode before me just to screen it. I quickly became engrossed and started listening on my own without his screening. So far, there's only been one weather and one full episode that I cannot listen to. Welcome to Night Vale has helped me process some of the things that have happened to me, which I would never have expected from a fictional horror podcast. So many Night Vale themes mirror my experience in a therapeutic way. I am always so hesitant to try anything new. I started listening to you guys with great caution after I caught up on Night Vale. You guys quickly became a favorite, and I have been listening nonstop for the past 8 months to catch up. Well, now I'm caught up. Today is the 6th of January, 2025, and I'm listening to 100 Year Play now. Over the past 9 to 10 months, you've been talking to me on my drives to and from work and as a way to help me fall asleep at night. In the past week, you've been speaking nonstop whilst I pack and prepare to move. I was listening to about 5 episodes each day. I don't know what I'm going to listen to on my solo 8-hour drive now. I guess I'll have to try other podcasts from the Night Vale crew. As I am now caught up, I hope I am in time for episode 183, The Nephilim. If I am too late and you would still like to read this out loud, feel free to skip this part. This episode always piqued my interest. I love the stories in the Bible and surrounding mythology recorded in history. I'm a queer Christian with a fascination for ancient mythology of many cultures. The Nephilim in the Bible are a crossbreed between fallen angels and humans. Some passages describing them as giants, though the translation may be better as powerful warriors. In the mythological book of Enoch, which can be considered a fan fiction of the Old Testament prophets, they are considered to be about 140 meters tall, which is 450 feet. Whoa. Whatever their source, these beings have always been considered the enemy of the Abrahamic God. It is very interesting to hear this modern interpretation of a mythological being that may be rooted in history. Thank you for listening to my ramble. My question for you is, what is your favorite mythological creature? Mine is the Leviathan. Much love and thank you heaps, Lavender. Lavender, I have some questions about the early part of your email. I would like to know which episode and whether you cannot listen to.
Yeah.
Also, very sweet about your ex-boyfriend would pre-listen for you. That's very sweet. I'm sorry it didn't work out for you guys, but we all are on our own journey. But I'm glad that that your ex-boyfriend introduced you into Night Vale. So that's cool. And yeah, you binge listen to us. That's so cool. And my favorite mythological creature, can you guess it, guys? Can you guess it? It's the centaur, because it's a half human.
Centaur, yeah.
Okay. Symphony, what's yours?
Okay, my favorite mythological creature. I mean, we don't consider vampires mythological creatures?
Yeah.
Or is it that's more horror? Okay, well, I would say a vampire, but if we're going for like old school ones, I'd probably say like a unicorn or a Pegasus. Oh no, dragon. Love dragons.
Dragon. Yeah, cool. And the Leviathan, which is of course a large sea monster.
Yeah, love that.
A multi-headed sea serpent that is killed by God.
I enjoy it like a Kraken situation.
Uh-huh.
Or some sort of... But that scares me also because I am afraid of the giant, unknowable ocean.
It's big out there, and there's weird stuff going on.
I think it's a reasonable fear.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
Lavender, thank you. Thank you so much for being a great listener and for sharing your thoughts about the Nephilim. And thank you to all of our listeners out there. Thank you to Joseph Fink for rating this episode. Thank you to Jeffrey Craner, whose birthday is today as we're recording this. Thank you to Hal, who's not here. Thank you to Symphony, who is here. The next episode is The Fog. Until then, good morning, Night Vale. Good morning.
Good Morning Night Vale is a Night Vale Presents production. It is hosted by Symphony Sanders, Meg Bashwiner, and Hal Lublin. It is edited by Felicia Dominguez and mixed by Vincent Cacchione. It is produced by Meg Bashwiner. Theme music by Disparition. Email us at info@goodmorningnightVale.com to share your theories and ask questions or to tell us your favorite mythical creature. This show is powered by our patrons, like Matthew with 2 T's, and the first T is silent, Mimi, Molly Gaines, Nathaniel Grubbs, and Pat Lusk. If you are interested in supporting this show in exchange for lots of fun, exclusive, insider, hyper cool kid content, check us out at patreon.com/goodmorningnightVale. For more information on this show, go to goodmorningnightVale.com. Special thanks to Joella Knapp, Jeffrey Craner, and Joseph Fink. Calzone ingredient of the week, 20 cents of frozen yogurt.
A burst pipe, a dead water heater, the AC calling it quits. Who do you call? HomeServe is an easy way to handle unexpected home repairs, with plans covering stuff basic homeowners insurance usually won't. Instead of scrambling for a contractor, you make one call to get the repair process started. Join the millions of customers who trust HomeServe right now. Go to homeserve.com/podcast for 50% less your first year. That's homeserve.com/podcast. Savings compared to renewal price. Void in Florida.
I'm not giving up. I am selling the building.
The final season of FX's The Bear.
The restaurant is flooded.
Everything's either going to be okay.
No, stop!
Or not.
We are outgunned and we are outmanned, but we have each other.
FX's The Bear, the final season. All episodes now streaming on Disney+.